Alright guys, this is DJ Wolf. I'm going to go ahead and talk about this because I haven't heard anybody talk about it yet. This is DJ Wolf Live. Alright guys, it's a rainy Monday morning out here in the DMV. It's Monday, December 14th, 2020. In the pandemic year, 11 days before Christmas. Wow. I want to talk about this right quick. We lost 3 major celebrities. I can't think of the actor's name. I don't want to get it mixed up. It's the black girl who was in Babson and died this week. Tiny Lister had died. I talked about that. But the one person who I didn't talk about, who was very famous in country music, and really the first black superstar who broke major barriers, color barriers in country music, was none other than the legendary Charley Pride. A guy who I actually used to listen to when I was a kid. Anytime they had a Charley Pride song that came on, I listened to it. You know, and I wasn't even a big fan of country music, but I mean, he sung his songs, and his songs were just as meaningful and heartfelt as any other country song I've heard. That's real talk. Yes, I used to listen to country. My Uncle Quincy used to take me and my siblings out to a farm out there that his father-in-law owned out past Orwell, Ohio. And we was go out there every Saturday. We went out there Saturday for several years. Loved it. We go out there every spring and summer, every year. I took friends, cousins, aunts, other relatives went out there. And we would just go out there and just farm all day. And we enjoyed it. I mean, we literally enjoyed it. I mean, I never had experience like that. And it's the kind of experience I even tell my kids now about. It's an activity that gets you away from the city and gets you into what life was really like for black folks coming up during my father's era as a child, living in the 1940s Jim Crow, Mississippi. You know, I talk about this often, not as often as I should though. But I bring that up because my uncle was a big country music fan. At least he listened to a lot of country. He didn't just listen to country music, but I know he listened to a lot of it going out there. You know, I think it was to get his mind set out farming on the weekend. And we used to go early. He would pick us up like maybe 6:30, 7 in the morning on Saturdays. I think I know one night with me and him went out there one Friday night. We just stayed night out there. His father-in-law had a trailer out there, and we spent the night out there. His trailer. We had I don't even remember I don't think we had TV out there. It didn't work that great anyway. It went to bed. But Saturday morning we woke up and went farming, did our thing, and left. I mean, as a child, and I think more and more kids should really be exposed to that kind of life. And the reason why I say that is because a lot of our kids only see the city life, you know. And that life, like I said, it's a hard life, but it was also a simple life in terms of what you're doing out there. It kept you out of trouble, you know. And it humbled you in some way. At least it did for me, because I learned a lot of stuff about vegetables, minerals, and animals all at the same time. You know, there was even a family that lived out there on that land, and they were so humble. They were so sweet. The sweetest people you ever meet. Because one of them, it turned out to be a friend of mine. We were friends for years. I used to go out there. You go see him every Sunday. Loved it, man. I missed that, man. that's the kind of stuff I think kids should be exposed to, is the side of knowing how food is grown and how it's raised and how you know, feed the cows and milk them and all that. I did all of that. And till the land with a tractor trailer, I did all of that. And I loved every minute of it. Swear to God. Loved every minute of it. And a big part of my life was listening to country music. When I was going out there, we would go to the country store every Saturday. We'd go out there and get a few things. I'd even get a couple of comic books and stuff, man. I loved it, man. That was the life. And, you know, and to be honest, I liked it better than hanging out in the city sometimes. It was nothing going on in the city but trouble anyway on Saturday. You know? But that was my Saturdays. I didn't go, like I said, told you guys, I didn't play sports much when I was a young kid. You know, I did at school a little bit. But beyond that, no. You know, because I was exposed to something totally different from all of that. You know? And it was a great way of learning. I learned so much from doing that. I really did. And this was the 1970s. And we went out there for almost a decade. We went there for years. And years and years. That was something my uncle loved doing. Him and his then girlfriend turned wife. You know? We did it all the time. It just, you know, I miss that, man. I miss them type of people, man. People don't exist anymore to me, you know. But what I want to talk about was Charley Pride. Charley Pride was born in 1934. I think he was born because they mentioned Mississippi in a couple of the YouTube channels that I watched talking about Charley Pride. So he probably grew up in, you know, he grew up in Mississippi just like my father did. I know he got into music doing music in the 1950s and started putting out hits on records. But his biggest record was "Kiss the Angel Goodmorning" that I think won a Grammy, if I'm not mistaken. But it was a #1 hit for him at the time. But that's the song I remember him from. But he's done other records. I've heard some of his other records as well. I had to take that phone call right quick. Anyway, you know. Kiss the Angel Good Morning was one of my favorite songs at the time, man. I loved it. I used to sing it all the time when I was a kid. But Charley Pride broke the color barrier, man, you know, in country music, and paved the way for a lot of other known black country superstars, including Darius Rucker, formerly of Hootie and the Blowfish, who I also like. Like I said, personally, I was never really into country music. I do like country music. I'm just not a heavy country music listener. I don't listen to a whole lot of it. You know, I'm not into it quite like that. I'm going to be honest with you. But I do like it. I'm not going to front. I mean, there's some country music I do like, but like I said, I'm not a big fan. But Charley Pride was one of those exceptions for me. You know. Because I didn't know black folks was into country music until I started listening to Charley Pride. So, but the other reason I'm talking about this because I don't know why they waited so late to start giving Charley Pride. I just found that out that this morning I was watching, actually last night I was watching a video where Charley Pride was being interviewed because he was about to get a Lifetime Achievement Award in 2017, which he did. Then he got a Country Music Lifetime Achievement Award just this past November. Of course, he was there at the award show. Many of the artists who were there. It was the audience mainly of fellow country artists, past, present, and current. And a lot of them didn't have masks on. Matter of fact, almost nobody in there that I saw that had a mask on. He didn't even have one on himself. And then it was reported that this Saturday, December 12th, Charley Pride had succumbed to COVID-19 or complications from COVID-19 as a result of that. The thing I don't like is that I saw a CBS report when they reported on the passing of Charley Pride. Do you know the report was only 23 seconds long? 23 seconds long. For a major black artist in country music who broke the color barrier in country music. He was country music's first legitimate big superstar and black superstar at that. You know? And he get 23 seconds. I was so mad about that. You know? I'm still mad about that. I didn't like that. Like I said, my thing of it is, he's a legend. He had several gold records from hit songs that he put out. You know, he definitely was a hit maker, a legendary hit maker at that. And to only talk about him for 23 seconds is bullshit. You know, I also didn't know that Kenny Rogers and Charley Pride not Charley Pride, I'm sorry. Kenny Rogers and Charlie Daniels also passed away this year too. I didn't know that. Well, I take that back. I knew about Charlie Daniels. I didn't know about Kenny Rogers though. I thought he died last year, but they both knew him. But they all three died this year. But wow, we've lost some great ones this year, man. Unfortunately, and I'm really sad about that, man. Because I was a big fan of Charley Pride. I respected his work, and I admired what he did as a trailblazer in country music. But I felt that he didn't get a lot of props for that. Matter of fact, I'm actually surprised they didn't do a TV movie about Charley Pride, to be honest. They need to. They didn't already. They damn sure need to do a TV movie about it. He deserved it. He really do. I'll be the first to say that. He deserves it. You know. Because he did make a difference. It was a big deal. Big deal. You know. And I've noticed since then, in the last 3 decades, there's been a number of black country artists. Some of them I didn't even know exist. Matter of fact, the one that he performed with on the CMAs back in November, I never even heard of. But they said that the guy was a hit maker in his own right. Didn't even know that. Black guy. Not Darius Rucker, another one. Forgot the guy's name. But they've had black country artists out here for a while. It ain't just Charley Pride. Actually, his son is I saw pictures of his son and his brother. They're both country singers as well. I don't know how big they are in the country music industry, but apparently they're both performers too. I didn't even know that. You know? But the fact that I felt that, you know, that he should have gotten a lot more talk. There should have been more talk generally about his career in life, because he was a trailblazer in black history. Not just country music, but black history in general, because to me he shows, think about it, his last name is Pride. So it shows that you can achieve what you want to achieve without thinking or worrying or being concerned about what other people try to establish you as being. Okay? So he really was that important to me. And I looked up to him as a result of that. I really did. So, rest in peace, Charley Pride. I appreciate you. Appreciate what you did for not only country music, but for to instill pride in, you know, pardon the pun, to instill pride in black folks that they can achieve whatever they want to achieve, regardless of whether it's country music or anything else. When they said the sky's not the limit is the sky. Something like that. In other words, there is no limit. He's proven that. It's DJ Wolf.